it's Anna from Growing Chefs Ontario, and today I'm going to show you how to make feta dip. Feta dip incorporates a lot of wonderful vegetables, including cucumber and pepper, and has one of my favorite cheeses, feta. So let's get started. So to start, I am going to mash around my softened cream cheese. It's really important that you take this out about 10 to 20 minutes before you want to use it so that it's able to get soft. And then we can work it around with our wooden spoon. The more that we spread it out, the faster it's going to warm up. So you can spread it all around the bowl, and then we're going to set it aside. For our vegetables, I have half of a cucumber. I'm going to cut it in half, so you may want to ask an adult to help you do this part. And then I have a lot of seeds in here, and they're actually going to make my dip very watery. So I'm going to take a spoon and scoop out all the seeds. To cut my cucumber, I'm going to turn it back over. And then using my knife or even a safe chopper, I'm going to cut very thin lines. Once all of those are cut, we can turn them on their side like this, match up the ends, and then cut them into little squares. The smaller they are, the better that they're going to incorporate into our dip. And you can add all of your cut cucumber right into your bowl with the cream cheese. Next, I'm going to cut my green pepper. Green peppers and red peppers often have a bit of a tougher skin on the outside that could be more difficult to cut through, especially if you're using something like a safe chopper. If you're using a safe chopper, use the point to sort of cut a bit of an incision in your pepper and then saw through the skin. Then you can turn your pepper on its side like this and cut down into smaller pieces. So next I'm going to cut my sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes are a really fun ingredient. They take tomatoes and dry them out so all the sugars get really concentrated, and they're also a little acidic too. So they add a really great brightness to dips. To cut this, I can use my chef's knife, or I can also use scissors. They're a little bit difficult to cut with the safe chopper, so scissors are a great tool. For my older chefs, you can actually layer maybe up to 3 of the tomatoes, because they're fairly flat, and take your chef's knife, make sure you've got a good claw going, and cut thin strips. Next, let's cut our herbs. This is another place where scissors are a great tool. So I'm going to take my chives. Chives are a little bit oniony and add a really nice fresh onion flavor that isn't too strong. So I love using chives. And we can cut these directly into our bowl. Next, my basil. I'm just going to bunch it up and try and roll it up as best I can. And I have some curly parsley here as well. I'm going to give it a good mix to start incorporating my cream cheese. And at this point, I'm also going to add my olive oil and my honey. So now it's time for my favorite part, the feta. You might buy crumbled feta, which you could just mix in right away, or if you buy it in chunks like I do in a brine, you're going to need to use your hands to crumble it up. So just squish your fingers together and kind of rub them in a way so it crumbles up pretty fine. All my feta is crumbled in the bowl, and I washed my hands because they were pretty cheesy. And now it's time to mix it all together. So I have a spatula and a wooden spoon because I might need both. So use a little bit of elbow grease to combine everything together. And in order for me to do this, I'm kind of scooping underneath, bringing it up, and then using the bottom of my spoon to kind of smash it against the bowl to bring everything together. And you can see the more that I mix it, the more it starts to stick together better and become more dip-like. I'm ready to taste for seasoning. So I'm going to take a little bit on my spoon. I haven't added any salt up to this point because the feta is a very salty ingredient. The sun-dried tomatoes are also very salty, so I may not need to add any extra salt at all. So this is good for saltiness. I'm not going to add any extra salt, but yours might be different depending on the type of ingredients that you used, including the feta. I'm going to let this sit in my fridge for about 20 minutes before I'm ready to eat it, and then try again for saltiness and also acidity. If you find it needs a little bit of brightness, you could add some lemon zest and juice before you serve. So my dip has been resting for about 20 minutes in the fridge. Before I serve it, I'm going to set it out for about 10 minutes just to soften back up again. I did add a little bit of lemon juice before I put it in the bowl. And I've garnished it with a little bit of parsley because that's an herb that I also have in the dip, and it looks very nice.